Hey everyone, welcome to Age and Education channel. Today we shall look into the chapter Things Around Us. So when you look around you, you can find so many things, right? Those things can be categorized into either living things or non-living things. So there will be certain characteristics with which we can say that that particular thing that you are interested in is either a living thing or a non-living thing. So we shall look into the characteristics that define what are living things. Okay, so everything around us can be divided into two groups. What are those? Living things and non-living things. Living things are those that grow, move and need food and water to survive. Right? So living things need some things. Living things have some characteristics. Okay, so based on that you can say that okay, those are living things. And what are those? They can grow, they can move, they need food and water to survive. And they include plants, animals and people. How about non-living things? Non-living things on the other hand do not grow, don't move and they don't even need food. They include objects like toys and books. And apart from this, don't think that just these sort of things are non-living things. No, even the nature gives us some non-living things. What are those? Rocks and water, right? Understanding the difference between the living and non-living things help us better understand the world around us. Okay, so now I think you understood the basic categorization. Living things and non-living things. Okay, living things you can easily identify with the characteristics that we have mentioned here. How about the non-living things? Non-living things, you can categorize them further into man-made things and natural things. Okay, so even nature gives us some non-living things like what? Rocks and water. Okay, now we shall look into the next slide. Living things are all around us and they share some special characteristics that make them different from the non-living things. Here's a simple way to understand them. They grow. Just like you grow taller and stronger, living things grow. A plant starts as a small seed and grows into a big tree, and a kitten grows into a cat. So, everything that can grow can be considered to be a living thing. Okay. Next, they need food and water. Living things need food and water to stay alive and have energy to play, grow and learn. Okay, so they need food and water to stay alive, and they so that they will have some energy to play, grow and learn. Okay, they breathe. Living things need air to breathe. What do they need? They need air to breathe. People, animals and even plants all take in air in different ways. Okay, so all these do need air to breathe. Okay, though mechanisms that are used to take in this air, it may be different, but they all need air to breathe. Okay, how about this? They move. Living things can move by themselves. You can run and jump, and even plants move, though very slowly. They turn their leaves towards the sunlight. Okay, so you can ask me the question that how will the plants move? Plants are fixed, right? Anchored to the ground through their roots. Okay, but there will be some other movement like the, as I have mentioned here, leaves move towards the sunlight, and in sunflower the flower moves towards the sunlight, right? There will be some or the other movement, and internally too there is continuous movement of what? Yes, water and minerals, right? Going from the sand and going through the stem to the leaves and all that. So everything is considered to be the movement there. Okay, so even the plants can move, and that is also considered as one of the characteristics of the plants. Okay. Okay, next is they reproduce. Living things can have babies or produce seeds that grow into new plants or animals. This means they can make more of their kind, right? From one big tree, you can get another big tree. Like how when the seed when it is planted, then again it grows into the tree of the similar kind, right? So it means that living things can have babies or produce seeds that grow into new plants. Okay, they respond to their environment. If you touch something hot, you pull your hand away. That's because living things can feel and react to what's around them. Okay, so if you touch something, you can understand that it's hot or cold or something that allows you to sense it, understand it, and so you give a response to it, right? So in the same manner, all the living things can respond to their environment in some or the other way. They need a place to live. All living things need a home. Birds live in nests, fish live in water, and you live in a house. Homes keep them safe. Why is this? Because they have the ability to sense the things. They can respond to their environment, right? So if they can respond to their environment, they can feel the things. They can feel the heat. They can feel the cold, right? They can feel the threat, and they have fear, right? Because of all these feelings, and the ability to respond to their environment makes them feel to have a home, a safe place, right? Your home is your safest place, right? So in the same manner, every animal, every living thing will always want a home that keeps them safe. Okay, so they need a place to live. So this one is like something derived. Okay, this is not the basic characteristics that you can mention of. These are just what do you say, you will come step by step, right? With this, with you get this, with this you get this. So in the same manner, in that chain has come this. They need a place to live, and they get rid of waste. Living things need to get rid of waste from their bodies. So whenever you eat something, definitely it will have some waste and your body has to expel it, right? So every living thing will also have this mechanism to get rid of waste. Just like when you use bathroom or sweat when you're hot, animals and even plants get rid of things their bodies don't need. This helps them stay healthy. For example, plants release extra water through their leaves, and animals might excrete waste in different ways depending on what they are. So, like plants will get rid of extra water, and in the same manner, animals and human beings will excrete waste in different ways, right? And there will be different ways too. Actually, it's not that they all get rid of waste in the same manner. Okay, in some organisms it is in different manner, in some other organisms it will be different. So it all changes. Okay, next, about non-living things. What are the non-living things? As I have mentioned earlier, living things will have certain characteristics, and if those are not found in that particular thing, you can categorize them into non-living thing. Okay, now what are the types? The types of non-living things would be natural non-living things and man-made non-living things. These are the things that are found in nature and are not made by humans. What are those? Rocks, water, air, sunlight, soil. Right? Next, man-made non-living things. What are these? These are the things that are created or built by humans, like buildings, cars, toys, furniture, and roads. Okay, so this difference is very important. Even nature gives us non-living things. Okay, you should remember this, because you will have questions like, they will give you some questions and they will ask what is non-living thing or what is living thing. They will include these. Okay, as these come from nature, you will be tempted to say that these are living things. No, these are not living things. Okay, they won't grow, they can't breathe. Okay, so because of all these special characteristics, only we can say that it is a living thing, but these are absent, those special characteristics are absent in all these, so you can say that these are non-living things. Fine. Yeah, this is a small chapter. We will see into the plant life in the next chapter. Okay. Again, what are the characteristics? They can grow, move, breathe, reproduce. They need food and water, and they'll have to excrete the waste. And they can respond to the environment too, not to forget. Because of this, they do need what? They do need a home, right? Because of this capacity to respond to the environment, changes in the environment, they do need home. So important among these, they can grow, move, breathe, reproduce, they need food and water, they have to excrete the waste, and they can respond to the environment. Okay, with all these we are done with this chapter, things around us. Okay, see you then. Bye.